I once applied to become a McDonald's franchisee and they rejected me. And that rejection became one of the best things that ever happened in my career. If we haven't met, hi, my name is Niniola, founder of BHL Digital, where we help tech companies with 50 to 250 employees scale by improving their engineering and product team efficiently. I also host the Decode, which is a weekly show breaking down tech and money. But before any of these things existed, I was kind of ready to walk away from tech completely. So in this video, I'll like to share with you, what that moment was and what actually entailed with it, and also kind of give you some insight as to why I believe that rejection became my redirection. So there was a point in my career where I felt increasingly stuck, right? I was 13 years in tech, had worked in the public sector on a wide variety of digital programs, and also in the enterprise transformation projects for top FTSE 100 companies. But I reached a point where progress felt that it had paused, right? And growth felt unbelievably impossible. And I, in essence, convinced myself that the only way to move forward was to leave working in tech completely. Hence why I applied to become a McDonald's, franchisee. And the rationale there was very clear. It was a fresh start, different industry, new chapter. And when they rejected me, it felt extremely personal. But that rejection forced me to ask myself the really hard questions. Was I actually stuck, or was I just ready to bury my skills because growth at that point in time felt extremely flat? And it reminded me, you know, of the story of the talents, right? Whereby there was one particular servant who took his talents from the master and buried it instead of multiplying it, right? And I felt like in that point I was probably doing the same thing, right? And that rejection pushed me to use my existing talents differently and not necessarily abandon them, right? So instead of trying to start over, I then pivoted to doubling down on what I was already good at and what I was able to add value to my customers. So what I then did in terms of next steps really is I took everything I'd learned from why tech projects fail, and there's a wide variety of reasons why this does happen, but I'll kind of sum it up in terms of 3 or 4 bullet points, which is a lack of clarity, typically, misaligned delivery teams, absent leadership, and I built a framework around it, which I call Clear. And now Clear has become the foundation of my agency, which is BHL Digital. Now I work really closely with large enterprise customers and growth stage tech companies and help them fix their delivery problems that I spent the last 13 years observing. Right. And the Decode, which is my YouTube series, is where I share, what I'm learning, breakdown of tech and money, because that's very important, so that you can actually stay ahead. So I just want to head home with the message that I have, which is, rejection isn't necessarily the end. It is a redirection. And a no today might be the reason for a bigger success tomorrow. So if you want to stay ahead of what's happening in tech and in business, then click the link above and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you are a tech leader looking for help improving your delivery without burning out your existing team, then click the link above and also check out BHL Digital's page. I'll see you on the next one.